Last week we talked about getting your horse on the correct lead. This week we're going to talk about how to take that and make it into a flying lead change. That's coming up right here on Discovering the Horseman Within.
Gonna take a ride on one true horse.
So when we start talking about flying lead changes, the first thing we have to talk about is you have to have your horse taking the correct lead every time you ask. If you don't have your horse taking the correct lead every time you ask, you will never achieve the flying lead change, or at least not consistently. You may get it by accident once in a while. So make sure you've really practiced what we talked about last week. You want to make sure that that is down pat, okay? So I'm going to start by giving you some slow exercises that create the same movement and get you in a habit. Because I think, honestly, we get on our horse's way frequently, and that changes the lead change. So I'm going to show you how to get out of his way and how to stay out of his way. I like to start with a circle. As I'm walking this circle, I want to turn it into a figure 8. So I'm going to come around here, and as I come towards the camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my leg back to position 3. I'm going to turn my horse's nose towards the camera, put my leg back to position 3 on the left, and ask him to start into a new circle with his hip and then bring his front end to it, okay? One of the huge mistakes that people make is they dive into the lead change. Bad mistake. Hold that shoulder out. Right here, I'm going to take his shoulder to the camera, put my right leg in position 3, push his hip to the new circle going left, let the front end come over. Again, that exercise that we worked on last week, that haunches in exercise, is crucial to this exercise. Take his nose, start looking the new direction. Hold that shoulder out, take my left leg, push his hip on position 3, let the shoulder come in. It's the fundamentals of the lead change. There is no lead change at a walk, right? It only happens at a canter, a lope, or a dead run, right? So, as I come around, I take his shoulders to the camera, hold him outside the new circle, let my hip push over. Now I really over-exaggerated that one, probably too much. But you get the point that the hip is starting the new circle. So as I come around here, right about here, I start getting him shaped up for the new direction. I push that shoulder out, my left leg pushes his hips to the right, and lets his shoulder come in and go that direction. That's an exercise that I would practice at a walk and at a jog until your horse is really good at it. And really until you're good at it. Because what you're doing is changing directions with his tail. You're using his tail to change directions. Why? Because the lead change happens in the hip. You really need to be able to move the hip and the rib around. So let's talk about the rib for a minute. I call this exercise inside out. This one's a little bit tricky to understand at first. So as I come around here, my left leg is keeping him shaped, my right leg is keeping him turning. I'm going to the left, okay? So my left leg is in position 2 in the center, just keeping him shaped this way. My right leg is forward in position 1. I'm going to move it back and push him to the left until he brings his nose to the right, and then I'm going to let him come this way. What I did is I took his rib cage right here and I pushed his rib cage through my reins until I turned him inside out right there and let him come back over. Basically, I'm moving his rib cage 4 to 5 inches left to right, okay? So as I come around here, we're facing to the left. I take my right leg, position 2. Don't change my hands, hold him there. Push his rib cage with my right leg until I see his nose. And as soon as I see his nose, I move my hands just slightly and let him follow through. This exercise, admittedly, is not easy, but it really gets your horse's rib cage limbered up and loose and lets you start being able to push your horse through the rib cage to the new direction. We're turning the horse inside out. Push his rib cage through to the new direction, right there. You're side passing his withers through your hands, okay? I don't know, trying to make that understandable. It's a good exercise, really gets the horse's rib cage limbered up, really gets him feeling where you're at. He's looking right, so take your left leg, push, push, push. There I see his left eye, so we go to the left, okay? So I just turned his body inside out. These two drills right here will really get your horse feeling your seat and legs. Now, my next exercise is kind of a joining of those two, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lope a circle, stop, side pass inside, lope a circle the other way, stop. I'm dyslexic, so I can get away with saying this. I call these my dyslexic exercises because when I'm done with this, you won't know inside from outside and left from right, okay? So really focus on what direction you're going and what you're trying to do. So we're taking him to the right. We lope a big circle to the right, come into the center, straighten him out, stop. Side pass to the right. You were going right, you made a circle to the right, side pass inside your circle, which has his nose pointed left and his hip pointed left. Now, lope out. Make sure he's on the correct lead and lope out. Lope your big circle. Watch your circle. Eyes up, feel your horse. Come around here, straighten him out. Stop him. Side pass left, inside your circle. Keep him straight. That hip gets left behind. And lope out to the right. You're gonna lope to the right. He's bent to the right. You're working your circle here. Stop. Side pass to the right. Now, lope to the left. Don't let him dive, hold him straight. You'll start to see a pattern in your sand that looks like two of the overlapping Olympic circles, right? Your circles are overlapping. Come in here, stop. Side pass to the left. Whatever direction you were going, you side pass that way, lope to the right. Lope that circle to the right, eyes on the track, watching where you're going, seeing what you're doing. Lope this circle, ride him up here, side pass to the right. Now ask him to move a little bit. Lope to the left. Watch your circle, eyes up, looking where you're going, keeping your horse shaped and riding him with your body. Ride him in here, straighten him out, stop him. Side pass to the left. Lope to the right. Right there. Keeping it straight. Inside shoulder elevated keeps you from leaning. I always kind of imagine pushing on my ear with my shoulder. Keeps me upright, keeps me from leaning. Side pass over. Lope. These drills will really set you up for your horse to start understanding what's happening in the lead change. Most of the time, what happens is we get in a rush to have fun and we don't teach our horse what's expected of him. So he doesn't understand how to take it. He doesn't get what he's supposed to do, right? So we've shown him in these drills how to change his body and how to move him. Now, we have to go further, but these are 3 really good drills to set you up for success in lead changes. As we get ready to progress to the lead changes, I want you to understand a couple things. We need impulsion. You need momentum. You don't have to be at a dead run. You can do this at a canter or a lope, but it needs to be consistent, right? You can't be dying off. You need a good, consistent cadence in your horse. Everything needs to be the same. We're gonna do a couple more exercises here where we actually turn the arena into an X, and we're gonna make diagonals across it, and then we're gonna ask for a lead change in the middle. These drills are really good. I've got 2 or 3 of these drills for you that'll help make lead changes simple. We'll start off on the left-hand lead. Now as I lope here, as I come across the arena to this pole, first thing I want to do is take my right leg and push his left hip to the inside of the arena, right here, and come across the pen, right here. Slow him down to a trot, come across, stop him. I don't want him to get hyper. I don't want him to get where he anticipates everything. Set him up, lope. As I come across to this pole over here, we're gonna do the same thing to the right. I'm gonna look across the arena, take my left leg back to position 3, and push his hip, and push his hip, and push his hip over there. All right, I'm not getting as much out of the right. There we go. Slow him down. Let him think about it. Walk forward, pick up the left lead. So I come to the left, pick up his hip, move it over. There we go, I'm getting quite a bit. Hold this shoulder out. Take him right, and lope. Pick up my right rein, use my left leg, push his hip. There we go. He's way exaggerating now. There. Now all of a sudden I'm getting some movement out of my horse. I'm actually getting some lateral movement. I'd like to be sitting up perfectly straight. He's not there yet. We need a little more practice on that. That exercise is going to help you. Now what we're going to do is the same exercise, but we're going to take his nose away from him and push him through his shoulders. You're going to find this one a lot easier. So we'll start on the right lead. We come around the arena. When I get to my marker pole over here, I'm going to take my horse's nose to the outside, right here, and I'm going to put my left leg on position 3, and we're going to come across this arena almost sideways. Stop. Lope left, just like the exercise in the center. Take his nose to the outside, push my leg into position 1, and take my horse across the arena. Hold him straight, there we go. We lost cadence. We're gonna do that side again. All right, we lost our cadence. He broke to a trot. So we're gonna do that again. We come around here, we start setting him up, tip his nose to the outside, bring him to the left. Now my right leg, taking him sideways, saying, come on, stay soft, stay moving. And lope. You're going to see we're a lot better on this side. There we go, kind of try to keep him up. Push him left, lope. So we come through here. There, lot better movement, lot better movement. So why did I stop? Because I had better movement. So I might as well reward him and tell him good job while he's doing good. He's sweating. Him and me, we're both used to Wyoming weather and we keep him blanketed, but he's finding Arizona hot. So am I. So we'll just give him a second and say, hey, good job. Now, we're at a point where we can probably go ask for a flying lead change, okay? So now we're gonna change our arena. We're gonna make a circle down here and we're gonna come across the circle. I'm gonna move him uphill and change leads towards the camera. Important, don't dive off your circle. So, here's our center line. I'm shooting right between the camera. So right here, the lead change actually needs to be made right here, right? And then a change of directions. You don't want to make the lead change and dive to the new direction. Hold it straight for a stride or two. Pick him up to a lope. Big circle, my target. So right here, I'm starting to get ready. I'm tipping him to the outside, moving him uphill, switch, right there, and lope the new direction. Okay, so we went way uphill of our center line. Yes, we did. Exactly like that circle drill that we did with the side pass. We went way uphill of our center line. So here we come, center line, move him over. And you know what? We're gonna lope on through. I lost cadence a little bit, so we'll just lope him on through. No big deal. Right here, bring him, get him set up, push him through. Leg off, change of direction, right? Made that lead change. Lope around here, same circle. Right here, start getting him ready. Start tipping his nose, pushing him uphill, push him uphill, leg off, lead change. Change of direction. Lope your circle. I love to see my tracks being consistent. Take his nose to the outside, push him to the uphill, push him uphill, leg off, there. Change of direction. So you saw my leg come off, and he missed the cue. So my other leg pushed him over. And it just took a minute, and if we would have dived to the new direction, we would have missed the opportunity to have a pretty lead change. Right here, push him across, leg off, lope, big jump. So we'll stop him and go that direction one more time. I don't want a big jump. So we stopped him to break the anticipation. So we come across here. Try not to make it as hard on him so he doesn't feel the need to jump. Right here, start pushing him uphill. Leg off, there. And there's the lead change, right? So he's only gonna get it as right as you allow him. If you keep being like, well, go faster, we'll get it next time, that's the approach he's gonna take. Keep it simple, keep it easy, and have fun with it. The Apostle Paul told us to work diligently to show ourselves approved, a workman worthy of our hire. Diligence is something that in our life every day determines whether we actually accomplish what we started out to do or not. And I think sometimes young people fail to realize how important that diligence is. Not just young people, we all maybe fail to realize how important that diligence is. We cannot get where we're going if we don't apply ourselves. I tell my kids all the time, both my own children and the kids that come to ride with me, nothing is going to just happen for you. The truth is, people in motion typically achieve their goals. If we sit around in the kitchen and say, gosh, this is what I want to do, but we don't get up and diligently study, diligently work, we are never going to be at that point where we are a workman worthy of our hire. That's a fact. It's a fact in everything we do in life. If your dream is to be achieved, you have to demonstrate the faith of going and getting it. Apply yourself diligently. I look forward to seeing you here or down the road somewhere else. We hope this series has been enjoyable for you and been helpful. And until next time, may God bless the trails you ride.
Find out more about Ken McNabb horsemanship at kenmcnabb.com.
That one true horse, the perfect partner built to ride. One true horse, a bond that cannot be denied. You would search forever just to have the chance to take a ride on one.